Welcome back to Mr. Mortgage's Neighborhood, boys and girls. My next guest is Aspen Thomas from Keller Williams. Welcome to Mr. Mortgage's Neighborhood.
Thank you for having me.
So we talk about kind of the same thing to start off with everybody. Okay. So my basic belief is most people don't answer the question in second grade, I want to grow up and be a realtor. So give us a little bit of pre-realtor background of Aspen, a little bit of your life travels and how you stumbled into the real estate business as how you make your money and kick butt.
Sure. It's kind of crazy because I don't know anyone that's in real estate. I do now, but not prior to this. I got into real estate while I was on maternity leave. I was a store manager for Walgreens for about 10 years and got pregnant with twins, and I was like, oh, it's all good. I'm going to be, I'm still going to climb up the ladder. I'm going to do everything. And then March 13th came and I was like, oh my God, this is real. Like twins, going back to work. I don't know how I'm going to make this work. So I went and got my license. I did the 2-week course, banged it out, and got into it. I actually had like a meeting with Devin Denofa was actually my real estate agent, so he was the only one that I did have an experience of like how the process goes. He was phenomenal. Mm-hmm. But he hooked me up actually with John Clyde, and I thought John was great. He seemed like he had amazing leadership qualities, and for myself, I've always worked under great leadership. That was something that was really important for me. So joined with Keller Williams in July and just never looked back, and it's been amazing.
Nice. People talk about culture. That's like a buzzword right now. Yeah. And people say culture, but a lot of times when I talk to people from Keller Williams, specifically John Clyde and Tom Duffy and those guys groups, how does that keep you there? Because everybody knows that 27 times a day you get solicitations from other companies to come and work there, and they all tell you why they're the greatest. So how does culture factor in your decision to stay at Keller Williams?
Culture has so much to do with it. I mean, I've always wanted to be at a place, whether it was prior to real estate, where I felt like I could connect with everyone, that even if I made a mistake, I could talk to someone. There was support there if I had a bad day, if I had a good day, if I was confused. And all of those things make you a better person when you go through those moments. So you want to go through it, but you want to have someone there that's like, it's okay, you're going to be all right, and kind of, puts you in guides you the right way. John Clyde, Tom, they've always been there to kind of help pull me up when I've had situations with clients, or just, going through different learning stages, as you go through things. Real estate, you literally learn as you go. There's nothing.
Something new every day.
Oh my God, it's crazy. So I just think having them and then all the other agents, we all seem to have the same personality. We like to have fun, but we are all about work. We love to spend a lot of time with our families. We all kind of have the same priorities: God, family, and then business. It's in that order. That's what we kind of all go by. So just to be around a bunch of people that have the same values, ironically we all do for the most part, it encourages you so much more to do more, and not just with just real estate. It also encourages you to do right in life, whether that's pick up the Bible, whether that's read a different, listen to a podcast, or have alone time. It constantly encourages you to just live your life a certain way. So I think that portion of Keller Williams, or just, being around the people that I am, has helped me grow tremendously.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, you've been doing it for a couple years now. Do you have that's my client, perfect thing, or are you more like, hey, it don't matter if they want a first-time buyer, buying a shore house, selling their mom's house, whatever it is, jack of all trades kind of thing? Or are you like, man, if I could, I would do this every transaction?
Nope, not at all. Yeah. It really varies. I've had people moving into retirement. I have had a fair share of first-time home buyers, which they're great, love them. And then I've had I just recently have had the opportunity to work with a lot of people that are retiring, starting different journeys. I just had a seller who sold his home that he had for 20 years, raised kids in, and now him and his wife are traveling the world. Oh my God, they give me so much joy. They're in Peru right now. I hope you guys are having fun. Dan and Kathy, love you. So yeah, recently this year I've been working with a lot of sellers that are just starting a new journey in their life. So it's been pretty cool. But yeah, no one specific.
Nice. Now, do you also have the experience with mentoring somebody? Now you're talking about the culture kind of things and someone teaching you. Have you had that opportunity to be the person that walks them through something after someone walks you through something?
Yes, and I love it. So I am a part of a committee with my office. It's called Growth. But one thing that myself and Nathaniel Geary, he's another agent in our office, what we do prior to this group that we have now was reach out and help newer agents along, because it's obviously a scary business to jump into. And we want to give that support to other people like we've had, in the past. And so yeah, I've helped quite a few agents, and it's really something that I enjoy doing. I like, being able to help someone that's just brand new, that's excited about doing it, and then just to see them, go on their own way. So yeah, it's a great thing to mentor.
Nice. Yeah. Now, we don't have to talk about a specific name or anything like that, but do you have a transaction in your career that's like your heart transaction, maybe like a single mom who bought their dream house and never thought they could buy it and cried? Like, I've had a couple of them where, I had one person who was in prison for a while. He cried his eyes out at the closing table and had to walk away for a minute. Something like, man, this if every transaction could make me feel like this, I would do a lot more,
Wow, I do have a transaction that I can think of right now that was very emotional. So I met a woman years ago, and we tried to purchase this house for her. It was her and her husband and her granddaughter and her daughter. And the deal ended up going south. She had to back out. She lost her escrow deposit. It was a nightmare. And it was actually one of the first couple transactions I had, I believe. And then she went on her own way. It was, like I said, a really rough situation. She went on her own way. However, she knew when that transaction, everything went bad, that I did everything in my power that I could possibly do. She stayed loyal to me, and we stayed in contact from time to time. And then last year she came to me and she was ready. The only bad part about it is her husband had passed away. And he was such a wonderful man, and they were so in love, and just the chemistry between the two of them. He just had like all this energy, and he just was you could tell he was a great guy, and their family dynamic was amazing. So when she called me and she told me, he had passed away, I was like, oh my God, now you have this woman who has this child that she's taking care of. And, we went through a lot to get the property that she placed an offer this time around. It wasn't easy either, but we finally got it through. We did everything we could to get repairs done, and finally got her in her house. And I still keep in touch with her, and she's like my heart. That's one woman that I think about often, because, she often said once she moved into the property, like, this is my husband, this is something he would have loved for them to experience together, but, it really overjoyed me when I thought about, how she was able to finally get that goal that they had worked so hard to get, and but it did break my heart that he wasn't there, so.
Nice. Sad, but awesome.
But happy ended. She's living a good life now, and she's still a phenomenal woman too, so.
Great.
Great.
All right, now we're going future.
Okay.
2024, July.
Okay.
Give me some check boxes that you're going to check off your goal list. Where is Aspen Thomas in July of 2024? What are some things you're going to be doing in the next 24 months?
Okay, so let's see. I'm going to have a team.
Okay.
I'm going to have a showing agent. I'm going to get a license in PA. I'm working on that.
Okay.
And me and my husband are going to start our flipping projects.
Flipping or buy and hold?
Flipping.
Flipping, okay.
Yes.
I like that.
So that's the goal.
All right.
And it's going to happen. I wrote it down, so you know what they say when you
Yeah,
write it down.
write it down, it's there, you're manifesting it right now.
Exactly,
Absolutely.
exactly.
All right, so now we're gonna go with your personal question.
Okay.
You wake up tomorrow morning and you find out that you won $2 million. What's the first thing that you're gonna buy with your $2 million?
The first thing I'm gonna buy. Wow. These questions, it's always like the big amount of money. You don't know. What would I buy with $2 million?
You don't have to spend the whole $2 million, but that just, oh, you got $2 million, what's the first thing you're doing?
I'm gonna pay off all of my family's house. My house, my parents' house, and my brother's house. And my brother-in-law's house. I'll take care of you too, bud.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
probably what I'll do.
Awesome. Aspen, thank you so much for coming
Thanks
in.
for having me.
That'll do it for this week on Mr. Mortgage's Neighborhood. We'll see you next week.